Hey, 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 welcome into another episode of the Seahawkers Show with yours truly, Todd Fox. This is my channel. Hope you can like and subscribe to the page. Tell some 12s. Let's tell some Seahawk fans. Hopefully you guys can help me get this off the ground. I'm just trying to do my best, and hopefully you like it. Hopefully I'm informative. But with all that being said, business out the way, I'm happy. We're 10-4, baby. 10-4. Seahawks are 10-4 out the gate, and you know what happened? We got a gift. We got a freaking Christmas gift. Hanukkah, whatever you believe in, Kwanzaa. We got a freaking gift from the New York Jets, and I will get to that in a moment. That's why I'm really happy right now, but not completely satisfied, but happy. Now, see, it's like, I don't know if we're turning into Star Wars fans where you can't be automatically always satisfied and there's always something wrong. But I'll get into what made me kind of upset towards the end of the football game, and I know a lot of you noticed it. I've heard a lot of comments on other Seahawk pages and everything else like that. So I know where you guys, where everyone's kind of frustration lies with this football team. But we'll get into that. We'll see what they did right. We'll see what they did wrong. We'll see if my predictions came true. Well, let me just give you a spoiler right away. My prediction was either Seahawks 20-17 or 21-17, and lo and behold, 2 points off, 20-15. I should have took it to Vegas, but I didn't. So basically, Seattle gets a huge victory over a team that we knew was going to give us defensive problems. And you know what? They played the same freaking defense that the Giants played, and I thought the Seahawks would exploit it, but they couldn't. They played just as the only thing they kind of did exploit was the running game. Not kind of, they did actually exploit the running game better than they did against the Giants the first time around. And then now basically running into the same defense, just better quality. They were able to run the ball, which kind of boggled my mind. I thought that the run would establish the pass. And really, I mean, it took till the fourth quarter till Russell Wilson went over 100 yards, which was very crazy. And we didn't see much of DK Metcalf till the fourth quarter, and I'll get into that too. But let's get to some highlights. But before I do, thank you, New York Jets, for first of all thinking that the Rams' victory meant more to you than going 0-16, number one, and that meant more to you than the organization, because the organization was probably just going like this the whole time, because unless Jacksonville slips up, Jacksonville will get Trevor Lawrence. And Trevor Lawrence is like the biggest Christmas tree present under the tree. It is sitting there all shiny, the most expensive. It's the one that's going to last supposedly for a long time and be great in this league. And Trevor Lawrence is now going from probably the biggest media market in all of sports, basically in New York, to now Jacksonville. So it's not good for the NFL because the NFL wants New York to be successful. And that would have been a step in the right direction with the disaster of a team that the Jets are. I had no idea the Jets were winning until someone texted me and said, hey, dude, they're up 13-0, and it's almost halftime. I'm like, what? And even then, I didn't think the lead was safe. And credit the Jets. They hung in there. I think that there was like 5 more minutes, they would have lost. But it was awesome to see Frank Gore, who said he didn't want to go out a loser, make the catch to get the first down to end the game. They wanted to clock out. And the genius, McVay, loses. Now, the Seahawks got a huge game with them. I'll talk about that and sum it up at the end of the video. Let's get to some highlights. I'm already like 4 minutes in. I haven't even shown no highlights yet. So Washington and Seattle got it going. This is the first drive for the Redskins, Washington. And Haskins did what we thought he would do, just little underneath little passes. The Seahawks defense was really good. Right off the bat, you had Diggs playing good. You had DJ Reed playing good. And here he is with a punt return right here. He's been very underrated as a punt returner, although he did bobble one. First drive looked pretty good for Seattle. Here we go. Nice little run here for Chris Carson. Look at that. Eating up the Redskins. Well, I'll get it right one of these times. Eating up the Washington defense. I really hope they turn into the Admirals or something like that. And here they are, shotgun formation, 4 wide receivers. Wilson back to throw. It's not there. Run it. Thank you. Because in that little stretch where he was throwing turnovers left and right, interceptions, he would throw it into coverage. Get the first down, live another day, reset the downs, and let's go. And so he did. And then kudos, my game ball, if there is a game ball to give, it's to the offensive line. The offensive line allowed no sacks, and really Wilson was only hit like 2 or 3 times. Here he's out of the shotgun right here. Take what you can get. It's okay. Don't force it. Now, some may say you should have went down the field, maybe if it was there, but get in field goal range, and lo and behold, Mr. Automatic has been Jason Myers. This dude hasn't missed. The commentators keep trying to jinx him every time so that they can get the soundbite, of them calling a miss. But he made another one right here. It was 3-0. Back to the ball. Washington with the ball now. And this is a guy that I was scared of, J.D. McKissick, former Seahawk. Played 3 years with the Seahawks. He played really good in this game, receiving and rushing the ball. And here he is now. Haskins trying to get away. Look at the closing speed right there by Jamal Adams. He came from the other side of the freaking field. Let's watch that again. Dunlap actually blows up the left tackle, but he thinks that there's already a sack on the play. So he kind of just standing there. And here comes Adams all the way from the other side of the field. Boom, no first down for you. That was another drive killer and another good start for the Seahawks defense. Here we go with the offense again. Not much going. As you see, the first quarter's almost out. But play action pass. Wilson with a nice pass to Lockett. And Lockett really had a few catches early in the game and was a nobody the rest of the way. Here we go. Second quarter, handoff, first down. Continuing to rush the ball good. Inside handoffs actually working this time. And then here's just a drop pass. Metcalf had gone out because of a pass earlier. Well, I think that would have been Metcalf's pass, but he kind of looked like he strained a muscle in his leg for a minute, so he took a few plays off. And then that was more on a slant. He couldn't hold on. And then Mr. Reliable came through again. So from 40 yards. And it's 6-0 Seahawks at this point. So at this point, I'm watching the game thinking, okay, 6-0. I do not like it. One score gives us the lead. And here's the guy that just ate us a freaking live. The tight end was open all day. And here's McKissick. He's got 58 catches on the day. He's actually standing in there blocked, but there's a tight end again. And he was abusing Wagner and what's his face? Why am I blanking on his name? You know who I'm talking about, number 50. I'll call his name later on. Look at that tight end wide open in the zone. Soft freaking zone, dude. Dude was just crushing it. So here comes Washington again. 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Looked like a hold right there. But then look, forces it. Tipped up. Intercepted. Third interception, but what is it called? Griffin made the pick, and look at that camera. That camera angle is awesome. It was like 4K. That was freaking awesome all day. So that interception was awesome because it stopped the drive. Then there's Moore with a nice little reception there for a first down, keeping the drive going. Here we go with a 2 tight end set right here. I like this formation. Play action to Rashard Penny, who was getting his first playing time. Look at this run. Fake, whoop! The safety right there missed, and that just opened it up. This is a 38-yard run. That was the longest run of the Seahawks season up until later in the game. Here we are, 2 minutes left to go. They're trying to score before halftime. Wilson wants to force it, but it's not caught. Metcalf's out of bounds, but still, one-handed catch with the linebacker draping his left arm the entire time. Gets a pass interference on Lockett to move the ball into scoring position here on the 20. They actually, that's not pass interference right there for well, they could have called it right there, but that wasn't the player they called it for. So here's 3rd and 7, big third down. Who do they go to? Who else? Hollister. Surehands himself makes a big touchdown right there. It's 13-0 Seahawks right here. Trying to get a goose egg going into the end of the first half, but they can't. Because little passes like that keep happening. They keep getting in first downs. Washington kept moving the football. And they were trying to get into field goal range before the end of the half. And they do. Because the little, look. The Washington team was doing slants all day. And that was the easiest throw for Haskins to throw. There was no traffic. There was a soft zone for the most part. And also when they bunched the receivers either top or down, they had the tight end in the middle. And one of the receivers would pick one of the defenders, or supposedly pick them. Open up the tight end, and that was just there all day. So that was kind of frustrating. So here we go, 3rd and 12. They're still trying to get some yards right there. McKissick's all alone. The defender's way off of him again, but nowhere to go with it. 4th down. Washington's got to settle for a field goal. And I was hoping he'd miss because I really wanted to shut out a half. Couldn't get it. So 13-3. I'm not feeling too good about this. But I do know a score puts it away. And look at this run right here by Chris Carson. Start the second half. Punishing run right there for 13. He continues to just, I mean, he's not getting 100 yards, but he's a hell of a runner. And they're not really giving him a 1,000 carries either. Right there he gets upended, but that's still a solid 8 yards. I'll take that any day. The run continues right there. 50-yard run. Carlos Hyde dialing it back. This guy, look, was traded for a few teams. Went from San Francisco to Houston. I forget where else he went, but Carlos Hyde has made a home here in Seattle as a secondary dude. He could be the guy next year, depending on what Chris Carson does. 50-yard run. Let's watch that again real quick if we can. This is Carson getting upended first, and then you're going to see it right here on 2nd and 1. Just takes a nice block from Hollister, gets through right there. The safety again falls down for some reason. He fell down on that big Russell Wilson play. That play right there is now the longest run in Seahawks for the 2020 season, a 50-yard run by Carlos Hyde. So a big run right there. Happy for the dude. He's had some injury problems. He's also played on some bad teams. So it's 20-3. And at this point in the third quarter, I'm thinking this game's over. I'm thinking it's over, but here's where, look at this pass right here. Nice catch, 38 yards. Jeez Louise. That's their best receiver, McLaurin. Now here's the big difference right here. Okay, so again, I'm thinking the game's over, but then again, I'm thinking the Seahawks defense, and I'm thinking how relaxed we are. But Haskins tries to help us out. He forces the ball here to DJ Reed, and Reed comes up with a nice pick. 10 to 15-yard return. Seattle's set up to put this game away again. You're up 20-3 at this point. The quarterback just threw a second interception, crucial interception. KJ Wright, that's the linebacker I was telling you, had a good game. Anyway, DJ Reed makes the interception, gets it up to about the 43-yard line. Seattle should be cooking to put this game away. And we're going to get into the part where it frustrates you Seahawk fans and myself, because look, I was thinking this was going to turn into another Jets game. Maybe not as bad, but I thought that they would win by 15 to 20 points. But, here it is right here. Fast forward, 3 minutes left in the third quarter. They punted the ball back down here, pinned the Washington deep. Here they go, 3rd and 7. Dunlap almost gets the sack, but then gets the ball away, first down. They started that drive at the 2-yard line. And Washington, again, look, tight end again, wide open on the screen. 15 too many yards for him. Thomas was just open all freaking day. So here we go again. Pressure not really there. It's coming a little. He's going to run, and another first down. I started to think right here that we were in trouble. We were giving them way too much momentum right here. They were going to creep back into it. Here they go again. Wide open, soft zone again. First down. That was there all day. That was a slant and sit down. It was a poor throw. Fourth quarter starts. Haskins, dump off. McKissick to the 2-yard line. And then on 3rd and goal, touchdown. Barber up the middle, who I thought was going to be a bigger presence. He wasn't. McKissick got a lot more carries than he did. Or not more carries, but more yards. So Peyton Barber scores. It's 20-9. Here comes the extra point. Big miss. And it's 20-9 still, fourth quarter. I'm feeling okay about this. Now, here's where how they tightened up the defense. They showed that they're going to be rushing 5 or 6 guys right here. Seattle came out, which I've really appreciated, because there was 2 drives prior where they just punted and they didn't do jack in the third quarter. It really didn't do anything. So here we are in the third quarter, fourth quarter now, and 2 punts later, they finally decide to get Metcalf on slants and little hitch routes and try to get him open, little stop stuff. Boom. There he goes again, first down. 3 consecutive passes to him, right? Then this is 3rd and 7, first down. So Metcalf and Seattle's rolling. Now at this point in the game, I'm feeling that we're going to get a field goal at least, but a touchdown would be nice, 27-9. Punch them right back in the face, and get aggressive and put this game away. No, this is what happens. This is a 50-50 ball right here. This is a poor decision by Wilson instead of just tucking it and living the play another play or throw it away. And this is a great play by Sweat, the defender by the Washington team, by putting his hands up. Because right here, if you see another angle, Chris Carson is wide open here in the flat. Watch, the defender leaves to come get him. He taps it up, intercepted. And I think that changed the momentum again in Washington's favor because Seattle was gaining it, and they were on their way to scoring. That was a first down play, so that hurts even more. So turnover right there. Here comes Washington. 11 minutes to go. First down to McKissick out of the backfield. Told you that guy was going to be dangerous. 3rd and 6. Slant route. First down. They're doing that all day, and Seattle never adjusted to that. Here we go. 2nd and 4. Nothing there. Gonna scramble. First down. Poona Ford is way too slow to catch him. Here we are inside the 30. 8 minutes left to go. Haskins over the side. Almost first down to Sims. Then here we go. Haskins again. 2nd and 4. 7 minutes left to go in the game. Play action. McKissick. Touchdown. Walked it in. So at this point, I'm thinking, crap. Don't give up the 2-point conversion. It's 20-15 at this point. So here we go. And then Barber gets stuffed at the 1-yard line. So it remains 20-15. There's 7 minutes left to go on the clock. Seattle has the ball, 3rd and 7. What can they do with it? 5:50 to go. And Carlos Hyde can't hold on. The ball was right in his hands at the first down marker. So now you get a punt. It's 4th and 7. 5:44 left to go. Washington gets the ball back. Now credit Washington. 3 minutes and 50 seconds left to go. They're running the clock. They're not looking to give the ball back to Seattle. And this play was crap right here. Let me just go back here for a second. Take a look at this, and I know I'm trying not to be biased right here, but this is 3rd and 2. McKissick's knee actually is down a yard short. Right there, he's touched, and the ball's not across that line. I know they say it's unofficial, and look, the official actually stops short, and they still give him the first down. So that was bull crap. They lost the timeout on that one. 3:39 left to go. So he's already down. Right there. The ball still hadn't crossed. See the markers over there? So Seattle loses the challenge. Instead of being 4th and 1, it's first down. Here comes the Washington again. Fumble, but Washington recovers. Huge recovery, right? 2nd and 15 or something like that. 3 minutes left to go. Then they're trying to milk that clock and not give it back to Seattle. They're doing a good job here. 2nd and 21. Here's another play where they should have been more aggressive. Tight end just turns around, and he makes up like 10 yards. So now it's 3rd down and 11, right? Here's one of the plays of the game. If they would have lost, this would have been one of the plays of the game. KJ Wright's playing his position. Throws another slant. He throws an elbow to the dude's helmet. That is a 50-50 call and up to the refs. They threw a flag that should have been 4th and 3. They called personal foul, unnecessary roughness on KJ Wright. Look at this right here. This used to be football. It's not football anymore. His head didn't go back, so it's not like, that was a legal hit. So here's the biggest defensive stand of the game. So if you look at it right here, because of the penalty, they're in first, and they got 5 yards previous play. Here's what the game came down to, the defense standing up and saying enough is a freaking enough. Because the offense stalled and didn't do crap. We're going to win this game right here. And this is what they did. 2nd and 5. Oh, no, I was one play early. No, so they actually get to the 22. So they're on the 22. Here's where they decide we're going to win the game. Freaking Collier comes in and makes a huge sack to make it now 3rd down and long. Now, if you thought that sack was good because he got around the end, watch Dunlap up here at the top. Bull rush the right tackle and just take down Haskins all by himself and do a cartwheel or whatever that is, rolling thing. It's 4th down and long. Haskins has got like limited options now, 4th and 24. I was thinking, dude, if we don't stop him here, we deserve to lose. Collier almost gets a second sack, or a Bombardier or whatever his name is. Then look at this right here. DJ Reed almost hits him, knocked up. That was almost a second interception by Griffin. Keep forgetting his name. But Seattle will win the holding call, and then there's the best play, which is the freaking kneel down to end the game. Seattle would win this game 20-15. My takeaways from the game, I loved the first half, but didn't like the fact that the aggressiveness didn't add up to more points than 13, number one. Number 2, the second half was too much of nail biting and butt clinching, which we've said that year in and year out. Pete Carroll loves to play that way for some reason, but then again says if we had materialized those 3 drives, 1 or 2 of those 3 drives in the third quarter, this game would have been a rout. And I agree. But that's where you got to strike when the iron's hot. And those first 2 drives out in the second half, they punted both times. Third drive was the interception when they were driving. Both combine that with leaving the Washington out there to now scheme against your defense, see your defense more than they should. That's why they made that comeback, and that's what Haskins did in the end. So right now, let's get back to what I was talking about. The recap right here. Let me do some stats. Russell Wilson was very, very pedestrian in this game. 18 of 27, 121 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. He was not sacked at all in this game. Chris Carson ran for 63 yards. Carlos Hyde for 55. The Seahawks are undefeated when they rush for 100 yards, and usually that's with 2 backs. Wilson had 52 yards, so 181 yards total. Metcalf only had 5 catches, 43 yards. Lockett 4 for 34. They weren't really a factor in this game. Haskins threw the ball 55 times against the Seattle defense and only got 295 yards. He was sacked 4 times for a 26-yard loss. Threw a touchdown and 2 picks in the game. J.D. McKissick, 13 carries, 51 yards on the ground. Peyton Barber, only 4 carries, 5 yards, but he got the touchdown. And then J.D. McKissick had 9 receptions for 56 yards and a touchdown. So you combine that, I was right there too. McKissick total yards over 100 in this game. But the big guy was Thomas, 13 catches for 101 yards. They needed more yards from him, but hey, 13 catches, that's a hell of a game. Career high for him in this game. So I'm just going to finish it like this. The Seahawks get a huge victory against Washington, go to 10-4, and like I said, the Jets Jets beat the Rams in a game that nobody thought was going to happen. They screwed themselves over in the process, but they helped the Seahawks, and now the Rams are a half game back of the Seahawks, and Seattle controls its destiny. Let me make that clear. We control our destiny, meaning with the Saints losing as well. The Green Bay still has to play the Tennessee Titans to close out the year. They play the Chicago Bears, which you never know what's going to happen in that rivalry. Chicago looked good against Minnesota. So my point being is this. If somehow Green Bay goes down and because look, the top seed in the NFC is still there. But what I'm going to focus on is winning this division. I want to beat the Rams. McVay has unfortunately won more games than Pete Carroll head-to-head since McVay has come to town. I hate the genius. I hate the Los Angeles Rams. I live in Los Angeles. I have to hear their banter. They're quiet as a mouse when they lose, or they're average, but when they win, so I'm tired of it, dude. Let's knock them out, step on their throats, and let's win a game at home in Seattle. Unfortunately, not in front of the 12s, but in front of all of us watching on TV, wishing we could be there. Let's get the freaking victory in the division. And if somehow, some way, the Packers fall, and then we're going to play for that top spot, then we pound the 49ers to end the season. If not, if the division or the NFC's out of our hands, let's freaking rest our starters, man. Get ready for the playoffs, but be division winners. We have to lock that division up. We haven't won in 3 years. It's a big accomplishment to win the division. This is the year to do it. It would, out of all things, let's beat the freaking Rams to do it. So big win. Thank you, Jets. And all we have to do now is just step on their throat, and we got this. And I'm telling you, I got a little cocky the first time the Seahawks played the Rams, but I think we played into their hype. I think Carroll's not going to get outgunned again. I think Metcalf's going to have a big game against Jalen Ramsey because they're not going to allow that to happen again. I think Seattle's offense opens up. I mean, you remember how bad they were in that game, and they only lost by 7. So give me the Hawks. I'm going to make that prediction and the preview in the next episode, but I'm already calling right now, dude. I can feel it. I think the momentum has shifted. I think the defense is finally coming together. The only question mark now is can Seattle score early and often, and also continue the momentum. Don't get into a streak where you have to punt 3 or 4 times in a row, or you turn the ball over and you punt a couple times. Because look what happens. You let the Redskins back in the game. Washington. So that's been a long-winded show by myself, the Seahawkers Show. Please like and subscribe. Go Hawks.